Yeah. So I was reading this again, this Article 1, yeah, about how to be a senator, so on, vice president, whatever. Okay, Section 1, the senators and representatives, yeah, shall receive a compensation for their services to be ascertained by law and paid out of the Treasury of the United States. They shall in all cases except treason, felony, and breach of the peace be privileged from arrest during their attendance at the session of their respective houses and in going to and returning from the same, and for any speech or debate in either house they shall not be questioned in any other place. Now, it's kind of interesting that they actually can get arrested for treason, felony, and breach of the peace. Except be privileged during arrest attendance of the session. Now, that would mean that every person elected as a representative or a senator could be arrested for treason, felony, or breach of the peace. So I got out this law dictionary, yeah, and it says a breach of the peace. Yes, yes, yes. It's kind of a lot of wind today. Creation of a public disturbance. I don't know if you can see that or not. Loud, righteous, or other unsocial conduct may upset public tranquility and thus constitute a breach of peace. But then right above that is a breach of faith, a violation of a moral duty, such as a failure to carry out one's sworn promise upon assuming a public office. Now, I had just gone through what is a public official, those that have to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. And a breach of faith would be the moral duty to support and defend the Constitution, because when you assumed office as a representative or a senator, you swore that you would support and defend the Constitution. Now, that's not the whole oath of office, but I had mentioned that I advertise every lawsuit. Now, why don't we go through every person elected to office in the Congress of the United States that knows my rights are being violated and my sons are being held hostage? And then we could plan on having them arrested during a session of their respective houses so that the media would get the maximum amount of advertising that show at the Congress. Now, it is a felony to not enforce the civil rights of Americans. And as I have often said, it only takes 2 witnesses to get a conviction of treason. Now, let's say I found out that any senator, Adam Smith, any representative, Kilmer, or any individual elected to office in any state that I have informed that my rights are being violated, and instead of enforcing the laws of the United States, they decided they just weren't going to do anything. Now, the way that I try to make the greatest amount of impression during every lawsuit is I want them to be arrested while the maximum number of eyeballs are watching them. You can actually use the media. I know a lot of attorneys don't do it this way, but my mindset is, well, since you're getting served a lawsuit for not enforcing the laws of the United States, and because it's your moral duty to make sure that no American has their civil rights violated, I want to make sure that if you get arrested, it's in the most public place available. Now, I have emailed those in newspapers that had to be mandatory reporters of child abuse, child abduction, missing, and neglected children. Yeah. I have emailed teachers and principals and superintendents. But when there's a warrant for a person's arrest, it should be executed when the warrant is issued. Now, I noticed there was a warrant for my arrest on September 7th. I have it here in my backpack. I might get it out in just a moment. But somebody waited until the 24th of September until I was in Squim to have me arrested. Ow. As if they were trying to entrap me or in some way cause me the greatest amount of public embarrassment. You know, they issued a protection order where the petitioner didn't sign it. Oh, yeah! Where I was not given actual notice and opportunity to be heard before it was issued. And then they decided that they were going to humiliate me and make me feel like I was just a worthless citizen because they served me in a public library. Now, I want to make sure that when we do this, okay, that as many persons in the media know that they're getting sued and arrested for aiding and abetting those that would not